He says, ladies, what is one thing that you believe is mandatory for a woman and man in marriage? So a non-negotiable. Also, raise your hand if you ever hit a man. Let's start with that. Did you ever hit a man?
Like in self-defense, or did it initiate?
Just did you hit a man?
To defend myself, yes.
Okay, we got 1, 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead, put that hand up.
I'm not proud of it,
You
but I have to
abusers.
defend myself.
No, I'm not
You
proud of it.
domestic
I'm not.
violencers. We got 1,
Damn
3.
Damn it.
Everybody hand up. God dang, stop putting your hands on men.
Self-defense.
It happened once.
Self-defense.
I was very young.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I threw a mug at a man one time. A glass
Technically,
mug.
I kicked him. I didn't hit him. If you want to be technical.
Okay. So y'all out here kicking men.
No, kicked. One kick.
One kick.
One kick. One
Okay.
guy.
Let's
never
just go
again.
around what y'all do to the man. You kicked him. What you do?
Slapped him in the face.
You slapped him in the face. How many times?
3.
Dang, she remembered. That's how you know it. She meant it. She meant it. What about you?
We straight up fighting, punching, kicking.
Oh, dang. She like, nah, we was scrapping. No rules. We was just scrapping. Okay. What about you?
Well, it was my brother. And I mean, a guy hit me too before, but like, I don't want to talk about that. But my brother, that's the...
Well, besides you putting your hands on your brother, did you ever put your hands on another man?
Yeah, because he hit me first.
We know about that. I just want to know what you do to him.
Stuff.
Go ahead and you can explain.
I beat him up kind of bad.
Oh, you beat him up.
I'm not a small girl, so...
Are you about, what, 5'8"?
5'10".
Oh, you 5'10"?
You
Yes.
get 5'8".
I mean, I'm
yeah,
mad
like,
tall.
I'm 5'9" and a
She's tall.
quarter. But yeah, so
Okay,
like,
you 5'9".
he thought, you know...
And how tall was he?
We probably about the same height.
Dang, you done ragging him around.
But he started.
Okay, so what's like you punched and
A lot.
Kicked
Punch,
and-
kick, everything. Everything you could think of, I
you
was
use
doing
any
it.
weapons?
Yes.
Oh man, she done
pleads the
committed the.
Right, I just don't want to talk
You
about
done-
it.
okay.
But I defended myself.
All right,
As she should.
the pastor saved you. I was gonna get into more details. The pastor saved you. What you do?
I punched him on his nose and his head hit the window.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I
What
kind of
about
busted his nose.
what about you?
I smacked one of my exes in the face when I found out he was cheating.
Okay, how many smacks?
Just one. Just to get some sense in him.
One? She did 3.
You need to wind up a couple more times.
He's not for me. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wish him the best.
I would say I
feel-
regret it though.
You regret it? That was my next question. Oh, good. What's your name again?
Kathy.
Kathy.
Yes.
Smart.
Am I?
You do regret it. Do you regret it?
So, like, it was my 23rd birthday, and we were drunk, and we were just kind of
She like, nah, he
standing
deserved
at
it.
the bar. And, yeah, I mean, like,
You know?
we laughed about it for years after
Do
that,
you regret
so.
it?
I wouldn't do it again,
Okay.
ever.
So that means you regret it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if I regret it.
Yeah, I don't want to fight.
Okay. What about you?
I don't like putting my hands on
Right,
people.
I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't regret it.
Oh, she's straight up like,
I
nah,
felt
he
it.
deserved this slap. Okay. Fair enough. You being no fugazi off the rip. You was here before, so you know what it is. Ladies, would you rather be in the woods alone with a man or a bear? That's a good
my
one.
God.
Would you rather be alone with a man or a bear?
Yeah. Good question. Let's start with you. Yeah, so I'll just repeat it real quick so everyone hears it. Ladies, would you rather be in the woods alone with a man or with a bear?
I would say a man, but my answer is only because I'm bigger than the average girl. I'm 5'9", 200 pounds. So I feel like if a man tried to attack me, I could probably take him versus a bear, I can't. But that's the only reason. If I was like 5'4", I would probably say a bear. Honestly.
I'm 5'4".
I'm sorry.
I think I'm going to go with a man
Yeah.
regardless
Really?
because
Shorter than that.
if I'm getting attacked from either way, I'm not going to survive. So I'm going to take the chance with the man that he's going to
Yeah.
protect me rather than just
The
die by
man,
the bear because
yeah.
I'm going to die by the bear anyway. So if the man ends up being bad and killing me, it's going to happen anyway by the bear. So I might as well take the 50-50 shot.
What about you?
I'd rather be alone, but if I had to choose, I'll do a man. Just because, like she said, I could potentially do something, hurt his balls or something.
Yeah. If it gets to that point.
If it gets to
What about you?
Yeah, because you can't outrun a bear. I could outrun a man.
Yeah. That don't make sense.
So, yeah. The man.
What about you?
Definitely the man. Yeah.
What about you?
the man, I'll talk him out of it.
Okay. Now, it's funny when this question is asked, right, ladies? It says that would you rather be in the woods alone with a man or a bear? You all chose man. It's a good answer. But the reason for why you chose man is because you looked at it from a very disdain way. You thought that, well, the man is a predator just like the bear is a predator. So I would say that kind of changed the way you view men, because then you would, it's like the answer wouldn't have been like, well, I can outrun a man. Well, if I'm bigger than most men, it would have been, I'll choose a man because a man can protect me.
Well, she said that.
But
She
there
said
was no
possibly the man could
there was no
protect
danger
her.
in the question. So what are we being protected from?
This is what I'm saying. You instilled danger by saying that you can outrun a man, by saying that you can beat a man. You
We are
instilled the
prey
danger.
to men.
So this is what I'm saying.
Right.
The fact that this is a trick question, it's a good question, but I'm saying that you're looking at the man in a very disdain way, and you instilled the danger yourself.
I agree.
I'm instilling danger from the bear and the man.
I
Fair
agree
enough.
with the perspective.
And guess what?
but
You know what?
You just said to use discernment, and unfortunately, as a woman, a lot of times when you're in these type of positions with men by yourself and you are left vulnerable, it usually doesn't end up too good for us. Not necessarily that we're always physically attacked. It could be emotionally. It could be condescending. All these different things that have negative side effects. So I do understand that perspective, that it sucks that we have this negative aspect
of a
of
man.
men, especially
Yeah.
someone like me who loves my dad and I'm like a daddy's girl. I don't view all men like that. I would hope a woman would choose my dad over a bear, but at the same time, we don't know, right? We have no way to find out if this man is pure or not. So based off of that 50-50, we have to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
I understand that, and all I'm saying is this. It's very simple. I understand that you have to, protect yourself. Think about it. Let's peel back the layer and get to the root. The root cause. The root cause. The reason why you think and you feel that you have to protect yourself is because you've experienced bad before you think something, you were influenced to think away. So what influences you? Your experiences and your five senses: seeing, touching, hearing, tasting, and smelling. Maybe you heard your mother say something bad about a man. Maybe you watched something and something was bad about a man. So you were influenced to have this disdain view of a man based off of what you haven't even experienced. So I'm saying that if we peel back all the layers, it's just funny how the woman would get so defensive and say, well, if I'm in the woods, I'm gonna choose the man, but even though I'm gonna be running, maybe I can outrun him. Maybe I can outfight him.
He's a stranger.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying that I'm giving you the reason why you've even chose those answers.
I
That's
chose
why.
that answer because I've been in a situation where
your
I've had
experiences.
a stranger be provocative and vulgar and crude with me in a public setting, more or less in a private setting like the woods where it's just me and them.
Like, why are you
So
following me?
again, back to your point about using discernment and making sure I don't put myself in that position, why would I chance it?
No, I think it's a good choice. I think y'all all made the best choice. But remember when we spoke about this, all is going to cycle back together of what we're speaking about. Because remember when we spoke about how when a woman experiences adversities and trauma, I said that she doesn't overcome it. It just makes her more masculine. She's a little bit more cautious. She's a little bit more non-agreeable. She's a little bit more dominant. And guess what? All of you ladies everyone's above 30 or higher 20s. You've all experienced life and stuff like that. So when you go through things, it's hard to overcome it. We've proven it right here within the reason why you chose the man. Choosing the man was the right answer.
What would
But
you
the
choose?
reason, what'd you say?
What would you choose and why?
Any human being, the right answer would be to be in the woods with another human being. You don't want to be in there with a bear.
But what's your reason if you had to choose between a man and a bear?
It's
what
very
would be your
simple. It's because
perspective?
the bear, no human being can outrun a bear. And then
up to 40
also
miles
the
an hour.
bear is not, you can negotiate your way in with any human being.
That's what I said.
You get what I'm saying?
But your perspective was negative initially,
it's not
right?
even negative. It's not negative. I'm saying that you said, why did I choose the bear? You didn't say why didn't I choose a man?
I said why. I want to know your perspective as to why you didn't choose the man or chose the man. Instead
Okay,
of the
now
bear.
that's a different question.
Okay.
Okay, so why I choose the man is because that's a good situation for me and this man. I'm in the woods, man. This nigga can help me build a fire, help me clean some water.
Is that your first
I got more
thought?
help. That is my first thought. I'm
If
in
you
the woods
see a
alone.
stranger with
It's like this.
Like, let's
If
build a
I'm
fire.
if I'm in the woods alone,
No way.
I know that okay, it's another man. Okay, let me go. Hey, what's going on, brother? Hey, you out here alone? I'm trying to find my place back here, or whatever the situation is. Maybe I'm already good. Maybe if I'm just camping.
I agree you would approach him, but I also agree
I'm not
that
looking
you'd
at
be
it negative.
cautious. You would be cautious though with your approach.
You would be cautious.
You would not walk up to him like, "Yo."
No.
What up, buddy?
No one's saying that I wouldn't be cautious. No one's saying that. It's about how I view the man. It's all about how I view the man. I view the man as another man because I am a man. This is a situation where it's like, dang, this is good. Yo, come on over, man. Let's cook some s'mores together.
When men get emotional, they act out aggressively versus women just yelling.
Yes.
So I feel like that is also part of the reason why we think in that way with men, because if it goes wrong with him, if it's another girl, I'm gonna just yell at her. But if a guy gets mad, it's like, oh shit, let me fucking, I don't know what's gonna happen. He might flip off. I don't know. It's the same.
But if that's the case, then women, y'all wouldn't be putting y'all hands on a man. Y'all all said in here, if that's the case and that is true, you wouldn't have put your hands on a man because because you know the damage and the carnal nature that a man can bring upon you.
Even in
so,
defense.
if that is true,
the guy I was dealing with.
I think that's
but
different.
listen,
The guy I was dealing with.
checkmate.
So I knew checkmate because the circumstances, the
I
woods.
knew I could smack him.
That's the circumstance.
No,
You can't
let's
take
put it
that
together,
out
ladies.
of it. The circumstances, the
Ladies,
woods.
let's put it together. Let's put it together. I'm just using your worldview and your logic back on you. I granted all of you the right choice is the man. I'm not disputing that. You said the right thing. Y'all getting defensive for the wrong reason.
We're not defensive.
Okay, cool. So get this ism. So all I'm saying is the reason why you chose the man, y'all gave y'all reasons. I just am acknowledging all the reasons was because y'all look at a man disdain way. Y'all look at the man as a predator, the lesser of the evil. Yes. Then you ask me, I wouldn't be looking at another man as the lesser of the evil of a bear. The bear is evil. The man is a man. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. So what about you, Pastor?
See, I think that this is a part, and I don't want to totally take it to a whole nother, but I think this is a part of my issue a little bit with the transgender stuff. Is that I don't really know if you can really know what it's like to be a woman. We're both sitting here, we're men.
Got you. That's
if
what
we
you mean.
walk through a parking lot, we're not necessarily but by the very nature of being a woman your whole life, you're in the woods, you have to think about protecting yourself at a certain level. There's a way that you think about yourself at a certain level of vulnerability. Mm-hmm. We can sit here and be, we're right to be critical of it to a certain extent. But the truth of the matter is that I have daughters. This is what you were raised to do, to be careful. Somebody you don't know. If we see somebody in the woods, we're going to be cautious too, but we're going to be like, dude, can you cut wood? Okay, because I can make a fire. Because we're a guy. Right. Mm-hmm. So we aren't necessarily raised to be afraid or fearful. Whereas when you all get out of a parking lot, when you all leave here tonight, and you go down, you're going to want to go together. We're going to be like, walk around by ourselves. Right. And so some of that is in the nature of just your vulnerability as human beings. Yeah. And so I think that in a sense, that's a part of being you. Mm-hmm. And as much as my heart goes out to people who have that feeling, I'm not trying to judge them or any shade on them, but I just don't know if you could really know, as a guy, I don't know if you can really know what that really feels like, what it really means to have that level of vulnerability every day. And you know, I think the thing that's interesting is, and you said it earlier, that it is, women do take a risk. You're 5'4". It's a risk for you to go on a date with this giant dude right here and get in his car.
I like to say I'm kidnapped.
Right, I be telling my mom that, like, you ain't never got to worry about me.
I'm not built.
It takes a lot of faith. It takes a lot of belief. It is literally like us sitting in a car with a bear. Would I go on a date with a bear? No, I would not. So, in a sense, just with how you were raised. So I think it's a tough question to pose to you because, you know, I've been in the woods and seen a bear, and believe me,
too.
People who struggle with that have never really seen a bear. Yeah. Because bears are
They're
scary.
beautiful.
You're not supposed to
They're
chase you,
Even
right?
if you have a gun in your hand,
It's
a
just
bear
stay
is
still.
scary.
Yeah, they're
So,
beautiful.
you know,
Yeah. I'll probably pet him. Not gonna lie.
no, you wouldn't
be
No,
able
you
to,
gotta
girl.
stay
You're
Not
still.
a bear.
You ain't petting shit.
The only bear
I'm
you've ever
not
seen is a
moving.
bear in a zoo when they're tired of sleeping.
Right.
You see a bear in the actual woods, there's something that it runs through you.
Yeah, actually,
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.